The FDA's most common 483 observation in pharmaceutical manufacturing isn't about product failures. It's about documentation failures. Specifically, a procedure was updated, a specification was revised, a process was changed, and the people working under it weren't trained before it went effective. 21 CFR 211.25 doesn't ask whether training happened. It asks whether training was documented, whether competency was verified, and whether records connect the person to the specific procedure version they were trained on. Most quality systems can answer the first question. Almost none can answer all three automatically across every quality process in real time. eLeaP was built to answer all three. When an SOP is approved, training deploys automatically to every affected role. Read and understood acknowledgements, comprehension assessments, completion tracking. No manual assignment, no spreadsheet follow-up. When a specification is revised, formulation parameters, raw material standards, analytical methods, affected personnel are trained before the updated version goes live. Version control prevents the previous version from remaining in use on the floor. Change control doesn't close until training is documented. Smart assignment routes require training to the right personnel based on their functions and qualifications. Competency assessments verify understanding before implementation is confirmed, eliminating the gap between change approval and verified personnel qualification that FDA investigators find in every facility that runs its QMS and LMS as separate systems. When a deviation occurs or an OOS result can't be explained, 21 CFR 211.192 requires a documented investigation. eLeaP's events management connects that investigation directly to training history, identifying whether the issue stems from a knowledge gap, a procedural failure, or a process deficiency. When the CAPA closes, effectiveness verification is documented and linked. When the next deviation occurs, you can show the inspector what changed and who was trained as a result. ICHQ 9 risk assessments connect the same way. When a new control measure is introduced, training deploys to the affected teams before the control goes into effect. Your supply chain is part of your cGMP obligation too. Raw material suppliers, packaging vendors, contract laboratories, CDMOs, all must be qualified and monitored. When a supplier audit identifies a gap in your internal receiving or testing procedures, training is easily routed to the affected teams. Qualification matrices show who is trained on what, in real time, across every product, every procedure, every piece of equipment. When an FDA investigator asks to see the training records connected to a specific deviation, the change that preceded it, and the CAPA that followed, you pull one report from one system in the room. That's what 21 CFR 211.25 compliance looks like when it's built into the platform rather than managed around it. Start a free 30-day trial or schedule a live demo at quality.eleapsoftware.com/pharmaceutical QMS.